Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Brian.
My name is Eddie.
And I'm Adrian.
And you're watching Higher Thinking Live. I think I gotta cut off on that part. We're having a contact room. You're still listening? What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us tonight. We have a special guest in the house. Please welcome Eddie Guillen. He is an entrepreneur from the south side of Chicago, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Over by Midway Airport. And tonight we're going to talk about the importance of collaboration. We're going to talk about whether it's with our personal life and personal goals, and as well as collaborating from B2B networking.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But if you guys can just take a second and then just go ahead and blitz this, share this right now on your personal feed. That way we can reach out to a larger audience.
That's a good idea.
If you can just put up with us for a few seconds, we're going to go ahead and share this. I want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to get the information out to everybody that we can get the information out to. Let me see here. And then Facebook doesn't always show us who's watching right away. So I need to I gotta go here and open another page. Next time
Put in a watch party.
we're doing actually be streaming simultaneously on YouTube as well as here on Facebook. So stay tuned for that. For our next stream, I'm gonna work those kinks out. And don't mind us. We're on our phones and laptops.
Share.
You got it? Cool. You know what? I got to do the same thing.
I just started a watch party. Now, do I invite others?
So watch party. I did that last time, and the issue with the
kind of weird, right?
Well, the issue with the watch party was that
I got it. People
who watched. I wouldn't start the watch party because people who watched the watch party couldn't watch the actual live stream. And then the comments would be all over the place, and we couldn't get to everybody.
Wow.
So I would cancel.
Cancel that? Wow. Because they got a whole bunch of people that joined.
Whoever's watching on the watch party, we're really sorry.
Yeah, guys, sorry about that. I'll be sharing on my personal page so you guys can see.
Yeah, share it on the personal page.
There's a lot of people jumping in. Okay.
And that way we can get to all the comments.
So and then give them a chance. Also give them a minute or a second, not a minute. That's too long.
Hey guys, thanks for joining. But if you guys could please go to my personal page, and I'll be sharing the actual live stream on here with Brian and Adrian.
That's right.
So let me put this right now. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Share it in my.
Sorry, guys.
So it happens when you have.
When you have ADD, or what? What were you gonna say?
Too many profiles.
Oh yeah, that's right, dude. I'm terrible. You should look at my email list.
ADD.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's that?
What are we talking about?
I know, right?
Where am I?
I thought it was about collaboration.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, now I shared it on my personal feed, and
so
we are good to go.
Would you say that ADHD is considered collaboration? So a collaboration of millions of thoughts bothering you?
Well, the thing is, when you have, well, that's the thing. You're only focused on one thing at a time, right? And so you lose your train of thought, right?
Yeah.
So anything can take away your focus.
True. So true.
So you're not really networking or putting together. You know what? I did set the lights. Okay, good. I forgot I did that. All right, cool. So I'm going to put that aside for now. And so today we're talking about collaboration, the importance of collaboration. And, recently, Adrian and I we've been collaborating for quite a long time. Well, maybe 4 years?
About 4 years.
4 years?
Wow.
Yeah, we've been connecting for 4 years.
2015.
And we've talked about this in the past in our previous live streams.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, we bounce ideas off of each other. Well, I think we're going to talk about all this stuff. Let me pull up our notes.
Wow.
And it looks pretty good, man.
A lot of notes.
A lot of notes. So we might not get to everything, but we're going to do our best to, I guess, talk about how this is going to benefit everyone and what it can do in your network, in your community, in your business to help each other grow.
And in your personal life too.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. But before we get to all of that, I do have some announcements. And first and foremost, I want to I want to say, or I want to invite somebody who wants to learn how to all this tech stuff, the live stream and how all that works, the audio video part of it, and being able to bounce back and forth to the live stream and all the comments. I'm looking for someone who wants to help us with that as an intern or volunteer. And I guess just help this channel grow or this live stream grow, because you see me here moving around, jumping around,
back and forth.
yeah, exactly. And it's hard for me to pay or stick to the content and help deliver that, because I'm trying to set up all this stuff. And at the same time, we miss a lot of your comments because of this jumping back and forth stuff. So
yeah, so kind of like a driver, if you would, for a car, somebody that is able to, just kind of
steer the ship.
Yeah,
steer the car. Steer the ship.
The equipment.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And you don't have to have any kind of experience. All you really need to have is just the eagerness to want to learn, and also
time availability.
Yeah, time availability, punctuality, all of that is really important, because even though, I think we got really good at, we went on live at 9:02 this time, not at 9:30 or 10 o'clock.
Considering that we have a special guest, and Eddie, thank you for being on time. Actually, he was early,
he was the first one
really
here.
Early. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he told me there was gonna be tacos, but there wasn't. So yeah, that's
I ate them.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
And then took a walk, and that's when you showed up.
Okay, well that makes sense. That makes sense. That's okay.
Yeah. So me being the person who kind of does all the tech stuff and audio video stuff, it's hard for me to pay attention to anything that's going wrong in the background. So if you guys hear some bad audio issues, like I had issues yesterday when Brianna and I went live, and Jason was like, "Dude, your audio sounds like blenders like forks in a blender." And then I'm like, whoa. And then I had to cancel the live stream. And then also some other issues. And I really appreciate when people let me know. And, yeah, for sure. And kind of help me out. But also, just being able to communicate is just awesome.
Refresh to see who's
I think it's working. So
it says you got 6, but nobody. I don't see anybody.
How do you see who's watching?
Right there.
Oh, right there. It says 6, but this shows 1. Maybe because I'm not friends with them. Mm-hmm. It could be that.
It could be. So some of my friends are Eddie's friends.
Exactly.
And some of the higher Thinking Live channel or page. Members, followers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that may be the case. So
sure.
Let's see if we can.
No problem.
Quickly here, get. I showed 10. I have Ricardo. Who else we got here?
Hey, De Jesus, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you watching us from Florida. Speaking of which,
right?
You were in Florida.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Coincidence.
Are you following me?
A private detective.
Yeah, I was out in Florida.
Hey, Cheetah Bear. Ricardo, thank you. Yep.
What's up, Ricardo? It's a friend of mine.
So do you want to... You were recently in Florida. You want to share a little bit about that?
No.
No?
But I will. But I'll share it anyway. No, I'm sorry. I'm good. So yeah, it was a very productive weekend. As you know, I do finance and insurance, life insurance, and so this weekend was a weekend filled with just like tons and tons of information, strategies on how to present and how to help people decide what's going to work for them in the long run. The weather was great.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
The food could have been better, but it was awesome. But yeah, so I mean, anything in particular you'd like to know about the event? I know I'm kind of limited to say some of this stuff because it's still in plans to what's happening July of 2020. A lot of the things we talked about as part of planning for 2020, what we're going to be doing with the group that we had the meeting in Florida. But stay tuned. I think so. There's more details coming as to what went down and how that's going to benefit a lot of the audience as far as.
Which part of Florida were you in?
I was in Orlando. It's part of Orlando, but it's a town right next to it. It's Kissimmee, I think it's called.
Kissimmee?
Okay,
Kissimmee, yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah.
It's like too many S's, too many M's, too many A's. It's like,
Just kiss me.
Kiss
That's
me.
it.
Kissimmee. Yeah, there you go. That's it. So, yeah, it was fun.
Cool.
It was great. I also got time to spend time with family members, and I think that was really unique. That was great.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks for asking, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, my pleasure.
How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was pretty good. You know, I had a couple weddings.
Okay.
You got married twice?
No, I know, right? It's a lot of money.
So, Eddie, real quick,
Yeah.
before we get into that,
Yeah.
can you tell
Yeah.
the audience what you do?
Well, absolutely. I mean, what don't I do, right? But you know, so one of the companies I do have, it's an event production company, and so we do a lot of rentals from lighting, photo booths, drapery, dance floors, and all that. So that's basically our life the weekends. You know, during the week, you know, I had a lot of things going on during the week, but the weekends we're just slammed. You know, quinceañeras, corporate or private events, just running around. You know, sometimes we're managing 3 to 5 events in a day, sometimes 1 or 2. So, I mean, that's our life, you know. This past weekend we were in Oak Brook, and then another one we had near the West Loop. So, I mean, we've been doing that. Our anniversary's coming up in January, so we've been 5 years.
Wow.
We started in 2015. So it's just a blessing to see how this, how this developed. You know, this is our first company, and it's our baby, you know, and how me and my wife were able to manage it, and a lot of bumps in the road, I tell you that. But well worth it. Well worth the journey. You know, I left my full-time job almost 2.5 years ago. I used to work at a hospital, so I mean it was a jump. You know, because I had everything. You know, I was 5 minutes away from the job.
Oh, wow.
I had great benefits, but there was a time in place where I was like, you know what, it is really worth it. I'm thinking about the future. You know, I want to do something where I could provide for my family, but something where I know it's a guaranteed, because I know the only thing I could bet on is myself. You know, because you work for anybody else, you could put the blame on the company, but this will be blame myself, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. So,
Right.
yeah.
Cool,
Thanks.
man. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Sweet. Now you said that's one of your companies.
Yeah.
What are
So it's great. So how that happened was we wanted to do something different as when it comes to marketing. So what happened was me going on YouTube, me going on Google, me joining all these free events on Eventbrite and LinkedIn, and just learning about advertising, graphic design. So I learned that. And that's what we did in 2016. I created Magic Design and Marketing. So it's a creative, media company. So anywhere from graphic design, voiceover work, real estate, photography. So all these things for small businesses, and I try to help them, get them, a better edge on the industry or competition. And so we've been doing that for the last couple of years as well. And I have a full-time graphic designer, and a couple other people on board as well. But usually it's me that's doing all the sales and one-on-one calls with small businesses in the area. We do have other ones that we have contracts outside the state, but during the week that's what I do. Then during the weekend it's when we have the events. Because usually, nobody's getting married on a Wednesday, So,
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but,
I mean, nobody really does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of yeah, I know, right?
Yes, that is true.
Wedding on a Wednesday or
Wednesday wedding.
WWW or something. I don't know.
Something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So yeah, I'm pretty busy, just doing those things,
Yeah, man,
and
sounds like
it's been a blessing. I mean, I gotta take advantage of it. I don't have any kids right now. It's just 3 puppies, Benji, Lulu, and Bella. And those are our life right now. And so, yeah, just taking time to, allow everything to come in, and hopefully within 1 or 2 years, start making babies. So I'm excited.
Wow.
Excited.
Get practicing.
Oh yeah.
Babies and then 2 businesses.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So just those 2 businesses then?
Yeah, and then I've been, dabbling in passive income.
Okay.
A lot of affiliate marketing. I've been doing that for the last almost 2 years now. But now I got better last year. So it's pretty awesome, and I like that. We did get involved in real estate as well, but that's already, running itself. My wife has a lot of, she's the one that's hands on with that. She's really good with contracts and able to talk to people. But As far as like the affiliate marketing, you know, I just went on YouTube and trying to figure it out. You know, I'm still learning, but you know, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So just doing those things.
Congrats, man. It sounds like you guys are busy.
Yeah, really.
Eddie should have been here when we were talking about multiple streams of income.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I tuned into that. It was pretty cool.
Oh, he was watching.
Yeah, I was watching.
He was
We're going to be talking about passive income ideas in a future episode. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you want to be here or.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my schedule. But yeah, trust me, I already have things in my head already.
Yeah, for sure.
That has been seen working, but it's pretty cool. I love this channel, and it gives a lot of people feedback, and it gives a lot of people an opportunity to see there's something beyond what's here. You know, it's like that's what people don't understand. Like the internet's huge, and if you're not taking advantage of it, like you're leaving behind a market that you really haven't known.
For everyone.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not just
little kids can even start their own business now.
You sent me the link of a 16-year-old. Was it
entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Dropout.
Yeah.
High school dropout. Yeah.
Crazy.
That was it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you saw the hell of it.
You got 16-year-olds developing apps and selling them, and
oh yeah,
there's just an immense amount of opportunity here.
So I guess the way school is done today, or it has been done
last couple of years,
in the last
decades, maybe
a couple hundred years, it's obsolete. So it's out the window. It doesn't work anymore.
Not everybody's gonna be a doctor.
Generation, not for the past couple, I would say.
No, not everybody's gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, or a police officer. There's so many things out there. You don't have to do 4 years.
In my opinion, it's the education system is set up for employees.
Yeah,
that is correct.
Not business owners or not entrepreneurs. You know, you can go to college and study entrepreneurship.
Yeah, but
there's something also called intrapreneurs, right? Where you're an entrepreneur within a business, within a company.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there definitely needs to be a change in the education system to help, you know, people like Eddie and help them grow, you know, in the entrepreneurial way, you know, instead of, you know, straight A's and teaching them how to punch in and punch out and teaching them how to work for another person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I mean, I could relate because that was me. I was an A/B student. I was nothing but C's, D's, you know, a couple F's. You know, saying, but the part, not only that, I believe it was the environment I was in too. I grew up in Brighton Park, and it wasn't a great area. A lot of gangs, a lot of drugs, and I just, you know, it's not only do I thank God, but you know, I also thank my parents, especially my dad, for instilling those values and morals. Like, hey, you need to come in at 6 o'clock. I'm like, what? 6 o'clock? Everybody comes in at 10, 9. I'm like, no, because he's like, I know what's going on in the neighborhood. So it's one of the things, at that time, I hated it with a passion. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't play basketball. But he knew what was out there. So I was like, wow, now thinking back, you know, all this time, like, wow, this is crazy that he knew about this and he saved me from all that. So to this day, I never got into drugs and never got in gangs. So it's pretty awesome to see that, and yeah, I believe education is key, but yeah, there's a lot of things that needs to change because coming from me, high school dropout, never got into college, and be able to do all the stuff I do today, it's something, you know, people don't teach, but it's not everybody has that with them. I feel like what I went through with the whole family, everything, like I was made to be, you know, hey, I had to provide at such early age. I wanted a better thing for my family, so I figured these things out on my own. You know, I didn't get no hands out. So it's not for everybody. I don't tell kids, hey, you know, drop out. No, I feel like everybody needs to know where their passion is going to be at. That's important because if you're going to be going to school just because for the money, you're already lost. You know, this
be there forever.
Exactly. You're not gonna be passionate about it. I know so many people went to school for certain things and they're not doing what they're doing right now. They thought it was me for the money, or some of those industries are already gone because robots are taking over. So and the industry is taking over. It's crazy.
So that I was just thinking of something, right, when you said. So everybody's doing different things. So we have this teenage dropouts, and they're dropping out of high school.
Yeah.
Something just hit me. So, did you guys? Can you picture what's going to happen like 20 or 30 years from now? Like he was saying, we need lawyers, we need doctors, but what's going to happen when we don't have any lawyers or doctors because everybody's just doing their own way of coming up with business and creating business and ideas and companies and you mentioned we got Roberts now, but will Robert know law or medicine? That's kind of weird, isn't it?
I feel like AI or some kind of like technology will take over that.
Yeah, AI might take over, a certain market, but as far as
we're still going to need lawyers and doctors,
right? All this like entrepreneurship or even owning businesses. It's not like you said. It's not for everyone,
right?
And so there are going to be those people there. It might not be as much as right now,
right?
But it all depends on what the market's going to look like in the future and how technology advances. But I think there will always be there, right?
Wow.
There will always be a market for something. And
no, I agree.
As long as smart people who understand markets and how people like Gary Vee,
right?
Who can create a business based off of people's attention, and then just with all his predictions, it's insane, right? He predicted a whole bunch of stuff that's happening now. And so
he was able to see into the future, I guess.
And then as people create businesses in the future, it's going to be there's going to be jobs all the time, and then there's going to be people filling those jobs, and so. I studied to be a mechanic, right? That was my first career choice. And then I was working as a mechanic, and I hated it. I didn't like it at all.
Were you in it for the money?
No, I just liked working on cars. I loved it. Even today, I love working on my cars. But I didn't like doing it all the time. It was, and then for the pay was just terrible. And then I got into IT, and then
it used to be good.
Yeah,
it's just still good. But
it's like the market changes. The market's always changing, and so
it is.
You have to really play your cards right and kind of understand what's going on in order to be prepared.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And what you're doing today, whatever your passion is, what you're doing today, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work 2 years from now or a year from now
or 10 years.
You may have to
just got to call an audible and just
audible or adapt.
Pretty much adapt. Just adapt,
audible
change.
Or adapt.
Look into something else. And that's why I think it's good. To collaborate with other people, because in that process you may learn something new. Or you may find something that you also enjoy doing, which will then give you an opportunity to kind of branch out and not necessarily just depend on that one thing.
Right. So true.
Because when you connect with others, you see what other people are doing, and you're like, you know what? Let me try that.
That's kind of cool.
It's a domino effect, man.
Right. Exactly. And so that's what we're talking about today: the importance of collaboration.
Right.
And
I think. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Real quick. So I think that's why the education system has failed. Because when I went to school, I felt like it was just all me. Like I have to figure it all out. So there was no collaboration. It was all
because you got an individual grade, right?
Right.
You were being analyzed on your work and performance, and so you had to hustle. You had to make sure all your homework and tests were on par, according to their standards, right? So then, how are you going to focus on anything else?
But I think if there was a class where you actually got to collaborate with all your schoolmates, your group, I think it would change the way people learn. Because you're actually sharing ideas, say with Eddie or Brian. You see things different, you think different, and so does he, and so do I. And so it's a mix of. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're bouncing off ideas and
and ways to learn. 'Cause, not everybody learns the same.
And everybody's mindset is different.
Right.
So
anyway, but that was that's past. So anyway.
For sure. And
I think that might be on your face, like covering your whole face, I think.
Probably, but whatever. Nobody wants to see my face, right?
You want to say something to the people that are watching now? You just let them know.
Let's see what's going on. I don't think we got much going on in the comments. DeJesus says he loves it there. The Sunshine State. Yeah, man, I miss Florida. Florida's awesome.
Yeah.
This is why a proper physical education curriculum is important. Oh, if you can elaborate on that, that would be awesome.
Exactly.
I would like to hear your thoughts on that. PE is not only about sports; it's all about social and emotional aspect as well.
Very important.
Yeah, for sure.
Super important.
What was your PE experience like? Do you remember? Did you guys have PE?
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
we
and
did.
what did you guys do? Play soccer all day?
Yeah, we did some physical education. We played ball, basketball. Just kind of like here, we had actually, because I grew up in Mexico, right? I grew up in Mexico City. Even in high school, we had a uniform. And for PE, we had to have a PE uniform. So that was the only big change there, but yeah, it was just some physical interaction outside for a couple hours. Basketball. What else?
Did you make friends in PE?
I'm sure.
Kind
Group
of,
sports
yeah.
or
I mean, just because of my personality, I made friends.
you made friends everywhere you
So
went.
it doesn't, yeah,
Yeah.
You're like the spokesperson of collaboration.
You think so?
Dude, I know so.
How so?
Come on, man.
Elaborate.
I do, and I want to talk
Elaborate,
about
yeah.
this. This is about part of the business side of it. Everywhere we go, dude, you just strike up a conversation with anybody, everyone we meet. Like, you remember we went to have tacos at where was that in Elgin? No, where was that?
Aurora? No.
It was by Aurora.
No.
It was after that one gig.
Oh, that's right. We did.
Oh, after that one gig, yeah. In Wheaton. At the hospital.
Winfield.
Winfield. Anywho,
Then
we went to
West Chicago. Yeah.
And then you started collaborating with the owner of the restaurant.
Yeah.
And he gave us the tour of the restaurant, and you were asking him all these questions, and then he was helping you. I guess he was just helping. You were asking about like establishing a restaurant and everything you got to do and all the legality part of it.
Wow.
And he was happy enough to just give you all of the information.
He loved it because someone got.
He was. You remember, he was busy.
He was.
He's like, I only got a couple minutes.
Was.
Remember? But
He
we
was
spent.
busy.
How long did we spend with him?
After I got him to forget about whatever he was doing in the kitchen, which I felt bad afterwards. But he said, I'm kind of busy. What do you need? And then I'm like, okay, so I know you're busy. I'm not going to take too much of your time. But then I got him to a level where he felt like he mattered. Like
What was important? Yeah.
like his opinion really was going to mean something to me or change something or help me out in a way.
Yeah.
And so he just like, instead of a minute, we spent like 15 minutes there after we ate. And, yeah. So, but yeah, what else?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's part of collaboration right there, and then
I think
and then
so.
everywhere
Well,
you go, man, you're a people person. That's why you do what you do.
It's true.
You know?
I guess so, yeah. Well, what else we got there?
That's true.
Jackie's watching. Hello, Jackie. Thanks for tuning in. What else? Having students learn to work together through team building and be able to respect and value each other's opinions and differences. Absolutely. Respect. That's so important. You think different.
That's so
you
true.
have a different belief.
Yeah.
I may be, in my belief system might be, geared towards the science aspect of life. Yours might be more towards religion. Yours might be different, but doesn't mean, I have something against you. I just respect your views. And I think that's really, really important. So, yeah.
How about you?
Absolutely.
What was your PE experience like? Since we were on the subject of.
Oh man, I mean it was pretty awesome. Anything I just remember climbing ropes and dodgeball. I love dodgeball. It's just hitting people, But I was pretty easy to target because I was always almost 6 feet, So I was easy to target too, But I not only that, like just from joining softball in 8th grade and then going out to high school, getting on. I did 1 year of baseball, and then I did 3 years of football.
Wow.
I was supposed to be the 4th year, but then that's when I dropped out of high school.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. But I mean, even before that, like just seeing that, like I used to do, sacrifice. I used to take two buses to go to school. And then from there, I got out and then did football. And then from there, once the football ended, went out to, I used to work at Old Country Buffet. So did that, took 2 buses. I used to be on 31st and Cicero, right there. So I went there, worked there, and then we got out at 11:30. Took another 2 buses home. Got home around 12:30. So yeah,
Jeez.
I remember.
That's a lot of.
Yeah, it was a lot of activity. A lot of activity. And then before that, I had to go see. Well, at that time she was my girlfriend. Now she's my wife. Because I've been with my wife since high school. We've been together for 13 years.
Wow.
Married. We're going for. Oh, thank you. We're going for 10 years next year. Married. So we had to go see her. Talk to her for a little bit, and give her a kiss goodnight, and from there do it all over again. But yeah, I mean, the PE was awesome. Just meeting a lot of people. Me too. I love to talk to people and just building these relationships. From building relationships, friendships to now like there's a lot of people. Partnerships. A lot of people that I form partnerships. Now I see them as family. It's like, hey, give me a call or what. I'll be there for you. You know what I'm saying? It's important. To build that foundation
Right.
in the beginning.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm curious to ask him a question since we're talking about collaboration.
Yeah.
And he says that he's been with his wife for a long time.
Yeah.
How does collaboration fit into a couple, into like marriage?
Well, yeah, it was definitely. I'm glad you pointed that out because, in the beginning it was kind of tough because we started seeing from different aspects. People have different kind of views, and so a lot of times we're there together. Now that me and my wife are just like full-time entrepreneurs, we're there together. If it's meetings or it's like a lot of these events where we work together. So now we're just like a 1-2 punch. Like we work together. But in the beginning, it was kind of tough because there's a lot of people had different intentions. And it's like, and some people didn't have, like barriers. Some people thought that because I was like so approachable, so cool, like, oh yeah, let me text them at 11, 12 o'clock. Like, hold up, it's already late. You could text me the next day. And to me, like.
Or you can still text
yeah.
me. Just don't expect a response.
Exactly, yeah. And for me, not knowing like, oh, well, not a problem. And then my wife was to be like, hey, you know what, that's a little like, hey, you gotta put the sand, the line in the sand. And so I thank her a lot for opening my eyes to a lot of things too, because as for her, like, as a woman, like she knows things, and so I believe women have like awesome intuitions, first off, so like I told her, okay, it's like happy wife, happy life, but still it makes sense too. Like, hey, you know what?
Right, of course.
I shouldn't be texting anybody at this time unless there's an emergency or anything like that. It's great, but if it's somebody just asking random questions, but it could wait. So but yeah, as couples, and then like now, we know a lot of couples are in business, and so it makes it much easier. But but at the same time, like, yeah, I'm gonna reach out to the to the males, because it just makes it much easier to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a rough patch in the beginning where it just like, people want to know about it, and neither did I. So it takes time and experience. So yeah.
Cool, man.
What were the biggest difficulties in the beginning?
Well, it will be that I had
the late night conversations.
Yeah. Well, not much conversation, just texting. We'll be, meanwhile, we'll be like already just like after we finish events, we're just hanging out, and then like we're trying to watch a movie, or say we're out somewhere, and then we're just like bing, and then and then we keep getting the messages, and I'm like,
well, because I do that.
Yeah.
My day is pretty full.
Yeah.
Right? So when I'm at the end of my day or nights, I go through my phone and just look at all the messages that I received, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, and trying to collaborate with other artists.
Yeah.
and I'll just, you know, one by one, just start replying to them or setting up dates or times, right? And because that's my time to be able to collab or network.
Yeah.
Whereas throughout the day, I'm busy with, you know, other stuff, with work or with, you know, editing, stuff like that. And so I haven't had any negative response to that.
Yeah.
I guess my only thing is that as long as I'm at home and in bed,
Yeah.
right?
Well, absolutely.
You know, then at least to me, I think it's fine. We don't have any issues there. But you know, I don't know. Everyone's different.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there might be an underlying, or maybe something's not being communicated. You know?
No, yeah, I agree. A lot of it was more just like, yeah, there's no problem, but now it's like, let's say I could collaborate with anybody. It's just now there's just other people with different intentions, and it could be, you know, anybody. But that's what I'm saying. It could be other people that are just like, they're just trying to like get all the thing like, okay, great, you know, hey, let's just schedule a meeting for this. You know, I don't have time right now, you know, and just trying to be respectful. So a lot of it, like, I was trying to, you know, I'm always like, okay, I'm always saying yes. I want to be, you know, nice, and that's the thing. A lot of being nice could get you, you know, in trouble. So it's like, to me, like, I've seen it in like an innocent way, but other people, now that that my wife was telling me about certain things, I'm like, okay, she has a point. So yeah.
Yeah, so as long as she's communicating, right?
Yeah.
That's probably that's the key right there. That's the key difference is that, you know, that everyone's on the same page.
Absolutely.
It's super important that when you collab, I guess that's one of the takeaways from this talk tonight, is when you collab, you have to make sure everyone's on the same page, right? Because it goes back to like the expectations. You can't have expectations, or you can't be in your head where you can't live inside your head and say, oh, well, you know, he should know or she should know.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah. You hit that right there, you know, because, I mean, I'm telling you, there was a point where, oh, yeah, you know, I'm looking to network.
Right.
And so, but now it's like, okay, when I'm saying these things, like, hey, you know, I always say, you know, me and my wife, like that. Because then, like, other people, they say like this, and then they're like, oh, okay, so what are you going to do tonight?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
or are you single? I'm like, and that's why to me, it's just like I put all those things out there, like people could see, hey, you know, I'm happily married, you know, I have all these things going on, and it's like so people could see, like, hey, this is if I am aligned with like the same expectations or vision that you have, like, then we could connect. But some people have other intentions. So
you and your wife, your life partners.
Yeah.
But you're also business partners.
Mm-hmm.
Who handles most of the networking, business networking, and stuff like that?
Oh, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a time when my wife was involved, but now, like I said, now we, you know, thank God that we got some awesome people that we have trusted, and she helps us out too. So it's awesome. But I do a lot of the collaborations and networking, online and even in person too.
Nice.
Fun, man.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, for sure.
It's your turn now.
My
You're
turn?
on the hot seat. And it looks like we got another.
You know Jose Torres?
Jose Torres,
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
He says you never answer him.
You never answer him. What's up with that, man? You want to elaborate on Jose and why you dodging his phone calls?
Jose, I'm not sure.
Say hi to Jose real quick.
Hey, Jose.
I apologize for not.
Right?
Put you on the hot seat.
I didn't get no message. Sorry. Well, maybe I do, but I can't tell the message. I don't have
Maybe
time.
his wife blocked it.
Right?
Right? No, I'm just kidding.
Before he kicked me. What else we got on there?
Who's watching?
Any other questions? All right. Well, I guess it's your turn, Brian.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I guess PE. It was all right. I played a lot of basketball in high school.
No,
Only in PE, but not for the team. Right? Only in gym class.
Okay.
I never thought I was good enough. I never thought I was good enough at anything.
Wow.
You know, so then I would never do anything.
That's crazy, but you're good at a lot of things, Brian.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to say I know, but well, it's because I have my mind is like, it tends to focus on things, and then I can't take my mind off of that until I like get better or not really perfected, but get really, really good at it, you know?
Wow.
And so and then I'll just do that. And then, but anywho, my PE experience. I mean, like I said, I played a lot of basketball, and it got to the point where I was always first pick, and I was really proud of that.
Wow.
You know, if I wasn't captain, I was always first pick. You know, but that was in gym class. I never, like I said, I never thought I was good enough to play on the team.
Wow.
And I don't think I was, but I was okay.
Wow.
I was okay, but I was first.
Just okay.
Yeah. But I had a lot of fun. I like playing with people. I really, because we had to do credits. We were on credit system, and so we had to get a certain amount of credits each week, right? And those credits, and to get those credits, we needed to do some type of physical activity.
Okay.
Right? Individual, right? And then once we get the credit for the week, we can do whatever the heck we want, right? So the credits were like you can run around in the track for like I think 25 times or 20 times or something like that. That's 1 or 2 credits. You play team sports. That's like another credit, whatever. Or you can do like the circuit training and the weightlifting, whatever. That's another credit. And then also in order you had like group A, B, and C and D.
Yeah.
And then to get into each group, there's an exam in the beginning at the first week of school, where you run around the track a certain amount of times in a certain time frame, and depending on the time frame, how many times you ran around in a time frame that you had, that puts you in a specific group.
Yeah.
Right. And so my first 3 years was just terrible. I was not a runner. Right. I joined the Army. I went to basic training when I was 17.
Wow.
In between my junior and high school year, junior and senior year, and then I came back, dude. I was like a spaghetti. I was so skinny.
Wow.
I could run forever, you know. And then I went from borderline group D, C, all the way to A.
Wow.
Like my senior year.
And how long?
In 2 months.
Wow.
We spent the 2 months. That's how intense the Army training was.
Change. That's a,
Wow.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Crazy. We should go to the Army for 2 months.
I'm good, bro.
I got your armor ready. I remember all the training.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I just don't do it. That's it. I remember it.
Yeah.
All of it. But anywho, so I was Group A, right? So I got all my credits, and then as soon as I got my credits the first 2 days of school, first 2 days of the week, and then so that I can go play basketball the rest of the days that I was there. And then I remember one time, I got my credits, and I went to go play basketball, and I give him my sheet. It's like, you're missing a credit. I'm like, come on, man, I did it. You just didn't record it that time. You know, I ran around. He's like, no, you didn't get it. You got to go. And then one of my classmates was like, Brian, it'll literally take you like 12 minutes. Just go do it.
Wow.
You know, because that's how I ran. Like, I don't know how many miles it was, but I would run nonstop at a good pace and finish. And then I still have 45 minutes left in the class to go and do whatever the heck I want.
Wow.
You know?
Cool.
But that only lasted like maybe a year, if that. You know, after that, I went back to my old ways and whatnot. But gym class was fun. I loved playing basketball. I loved playing with people. And I met a lot of people there. I have a lot of friends that I've met from just strictly from basketball, from playing basketball. And yeah, I don't know, that was
scrimmage games.
So playing ball, right? And you know, you've been in the Army?
No.
So playing ball, being in the Army, collaboration, how does it? I think it's a huge part, right?
I mean, in the military, dude, I still
collaboration, playing basketball. I mean, you have to obviously.
Yeah,
it's a
you're right.
Team sport, communication. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Army, I'm sure, is the same way.
It's massive. Not only because now you're in training or you're serving alongside people from, you know, Vietnam,
right,
or from, you know, Memphis, Tennessee, or from Dallas, Texas, and you become like lifelong brothers and sisters. You know, now that's a collaboration that's on
a different level.
Yeah, I guess you want to say it's on a different, maybe not a different level, but a different angle.
Okay.
You know, because yeah,
it's also very strict. It's not like you can't half-ass it. You have to be on top of your game.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fun.
Awesome,
It looks like we got another comment here. Jessica, I think that's your. Is that your
last name Guillen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be boundaries in general to certain things in life.
Yeah.
Excuse me, definitely. There's no excuse to me why we can't make time in the day to contact or get back to people on a quick break instead of contacting someone until midnight if it's not important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I
think
mean
it's
that's exactly.
everyone's like. I think we just need to be better at time management.
Yeah.
Right. And that's something that I'm not really good at.
Yeah,
and so that's
neither.
why I get to a lot of stuff at the end of the night. It's like, okay, I can finally just sit down for 5 minutes with my phone and just see who I've missed.
I think that's maybe general because it's like you're about to go to sleep, and what's the thing right there in your hand? It's your phone. You're setting up your alarm, and then things come up. So
Right.
I think, but yeah, I mean, I need better time management. It's crazy because, it's like when I used to have my full-time job, it's like I felt like I had more of a time management because like I knew what I was going to do from 7 to 3.
Exactly.
I was working.
But as an entrepreneur, you're running 2 businesses.
And
You're always working.
It's
Like you said,
nonstop.
You have your business during the week, and then you have your business on the weekends.
Yeah, it's nonstop. And then there's meetings. There's in-person meetings, phone call, Zooms.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's.
Do you use Zoom?
Yeah, I use Zoom. I use
Getting
Zoom
emails
and
from Zoom. Sorry, I kind of went off tangent right there, but I keep getting emails from Zoom.
no, Zoom is good. Skype is good too, but yeah,
Zoom is a little more.
yeah, I feel like the quality is there. Yeah,
Ethics, as far as that, I think it's more business appropriate.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Skype is just.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I try to do a lot of Zoom because it's like because everybody where I meet they're everywhere. People from Naperville, SARS, and then another one Chicago Heights, or we're trying to meet in between. But there's a lot of things that happen, and then with traffic in Chicago and like it's crazy. And like I told my wife, hey, I'm going to this meeting. But I won't come back until this. I'm like, why? Because I'm meeting with this person. And it's like so in between, like far in between. So it's like, hey, that's why I try to schedule a lot. But I mean, I just love the in-person meetings. There's nothing like that.
Right.
You're there, in the moment, and just you get to generally feel the other person's vibes. 'Cause I think that's most important. You need to vibe with someone that's like just positive.
For sure.
Because I mean. We as human beings, like we rub off each other, like it's crazy, like just like in an emotional level. But I feel like we need to be positive, man, because there's a lot of negative going on right now, and we just need to share like positive news and like if you're doing something like, man, we gotta clap for you and. Because that's all we do, we need to just like celebrate each other's wins, because I don't see anything as a loss. I see everything as a learning experience. So
Exactly.
so I feel like we just need to keep moving forward, and just collaborate as much as we can, because you never know when that person you met, you're gonna just like, oh, I needed someone for that, or you was telling me about this experience. So it's like you just never know. It goes a long way.
So collaboration. It's not just for business people.
No.
Schools do it.
That's for
Fraternities, sororities.
Yeah.
That's collaboration. And then when you finish college, what do? They got people on the outside. You're gonna have an interview with this. He's an alumni, from the college or from the fraternity, and then boom.
Yeah.
So that's another big reason why collaborating is super important.
Yeah.
Because you're building that network of not just like-minded people, but also where you're going to get your foot in the door, to start off your career.
Right.
So true. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Eddie wrote something down in the comments, which I think it's really important, is to communicate your intentions up front.
Yeah.
So that it is clear what. But both parties are looking to get out of.
Yeah.
it.
No, absolutely.
So I think that's good. That's a
Right.
good point.
And that's how I was approaching these people with my late night networking sessions. Is
I like that. I like that jam sessions.
So I create a everything like a paragraph long of all of my intentions, what I'm looking to do, when I'm looking to start, and then because I have a couple of projects that I'm working on, right? Some personal projects, and also for the company. And this is just a way to not only collaborate with other artists, but also to be able to, show what the company can do, right?
Yeah.
And so I created this just basic template for specific artists. So I have 2 different categories of artists, and then I create one for these artists, and these are going to be models, right? And so there's kind of like, especially when working with models, there's kind of I guess a scale of sensitivity as far as, if you're with someone or not, like you have a partner, your wife, girlfriend or whatnot. You just want to make sure that you're 100%, you're transparent and strictly, you can let them know what your intentions are right away. And so that's why I kind of tailored that paragraph or my intentions specifically towards the models. That way they understood what was going on. And then for the other set of artists, then, I just geared it towards what they were doing and what I would like from them.
Awesome.
And so I agree with what
Smart.
Who said that?
Oh yeah. That's why I'm looking at you. Give me credit, not
I thought you said in the comments. I thought you said saw that.
Oh, he meant as in like I wrote the comment. Yeah. No, but I mean, that's probably how you said that. It's exactly what I was talking about, and how my wife put it also about the boundaries. It's like you need to put it out there. Now with the experience, like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I do the same thing actually. What you said, like I have a paragraph that I just copy and paste. I mean, it's my wording, and just like switch out the names and and then if I do want to get like that level, it's just like, hey, let me know and what you think, and that's it. In the beginning, where it's just like, oh yeah, look at the network. I mean, network that can mean a lot of things.
Right.
So like networking into what? Like networking into the business, or networking into like, so it's just so many things. So I believe, we need to get your message out there. And just be direct. I feel like people will not only understand, but I feel like they will even thank you for it because now you're not wasting their time.
Exactly. They know exactly
or my time.
Want.
Yeah.
And then they know exactly how to deliver what you want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Time is so
time is
key.
Everything that we have.
Yeah.
Most valuable asset.
Yeah, you can't put a price tag on that.
What else we got here? Let's see. Yeah, I stopped the feed.
What?
I don't know why. I stopped it. Or I didn't stop it, I just switched it. Here. Where is it?
So let's talk about the B2B real quick.
Yeah.
Because I do want to bring up, what you have recently put together over the summer. And if you don't mind, I'd like to share it with others as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Pretty cool.
Do you want to show them the video?
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, I feel like it just happened last week. I was saying that, but
okay, so
that'd be great.
Thanks
to Maverick Media for doing a phenomenal job in capturing that event.
It's not that great of a job.
No, honestly, they were there like way earlier than everybody else, and just a huge shout out to them. Wonderful job.
Thank you, appreciate that. I really do. For the professionals watching, it's not.
You are a professional.
Let me go back to that because let me go into studio mode and then just load up the video here. Should have just kept it on there, right? Where is it? Okay. Let's see. Source. You guys can chat away if you like.
We're just looking to your.
It's just
your craft, sir.
It's mind blowing.
He's doing all of this. Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, with only one good eye. So if you notice, I have this issue with my left eye. I think my astigmatism is on this side.
Oh wow!
Right.
Okay.
And so when I focus on something, seeing something, then this side just turns off.
Wow!
And it just goes to this. It just starts moving wherever it wants to move, and then this side gets focused, zeroes in,
really,
like a hawk, right?
I I got stitches in both eyes.
So then, if you notice, if you're looking at me and I'm focusing on something, you'll notice my left eye just wander off, and then people have like laughed at me because of it. So I'm just like, a lot of times you'll see me, I'll just do this so nobody looks at me because I get embarrassed, right? I feel embarrassed.
You gotta put a patch.
Maybe, I don't know. I really just gotta. I probably gotta just go see my eye doctor again.
Right.
Okay, so let's see. We'll go back on here. We'll just leave studio mode. And if you guys can check this out really quickly, this is something that Eddie, along with other people, put together. They collaborated.
Oh yeah.
And they got together as a community and put this up for the people of the community.
Absolutely.
For the kids, the parents. Nice, let's check this out. I didn't set the levels. Oh well. Let's rock and roll.
Being in business for years, we're like, you know what? We need to do something to not only inspire the community, but also make an impact. This is not just us. This is a collaboration between multiple businesses in the local community. So it's just blessed to be able to get for-profits, non-profits, and able to come together and help us in the community together.
Says we don't know what you're saying.
Why is it muted? Oh, my bad. That's probably why she's calling me. Whoop, see? That's why, guys. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for blowing me up on my phone. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have paid attention to what you guys saying. And that's why we need somebody as an engineer to be here, please, as an intern. Because until we can afford to pay you guys, I have no
He's paying in tacos. He's paying in tacos.
We have snacks. We'll have food. We'll have drinks. We'll have, and then there's a lot of knowledge, a ton of stuff you can learn with video and audio, and then also the content that we bring. I feel you're going to find is very valuable. That's why we're telling you, our audience, if anybody from you, and any of you want to come and join our team. Our production team, right?
So we're gonna go back 2 minutes and we're gonna start our conversation.
So from ending the video, right?
Yes.
Let's just we don't. I mean, that's fine. I mean, if it goes back to what we've been saying this whole time. It's just the importance of collaborating as a community, and then just seeing. And I was just talking about from my perspective as someone who was documenting. It was just an amazing experience for me, and that's why I love doing what I do. The kind of filmmaking that I do is like documentaries, right?
Storytelling.
Because I love telling people stories. I love collaborating with people. I like making friends every single day. And then I just want basically I want everyone's story to be heard.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why
awesome.
I don't deep. That's empowering. I think.
It sure is.
I mean, giving people a voice. I think that's
right.
And I think we may have our first intern and volunteer. I don't mind being paid in tacos.
Cheetah, I'm sorry I rejected your call. I didn't do it. I did it for a reason because I didn't want to disrespect either of you by answering the phone. And I'm glad you called me twice. That way it kind of alerted me something might be wrong with the stream.
Yeah.
All right, so we owe you some.
And that's the second time I did that.
Hey, that was my suggestion.
What's that?
The tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah. Paid in tacos.
Now I gotta go get taco meat and make some tacos. Hey, Mel.
No, but regarding the collaboration, and I believe that's when this caught off. I was saying that it was not just us. You know, it was a combined effort with like multiple local businesses in the area and nonprofits as well, that we just got together for this cause. And this cause was just, like I said, to provide not only like an awesome experience for the kids, but, you know, school supplies for, you know, families that, you know, that are in need, you know. And I was saying that there's families there that even told me, like, you know, I'm not here for the school supplies. I'm here because you brought Mickey and Minnie, these characters, you know, to the community, which it was basically saying, hey, you brought Disney here because, I mean, it's expensive to go over there. Yeah. So it's like, and just to hear that, it's awesome. And then like I relay this information to the local businesses that you know were part of the event. You know, I tell them, look, you know, this is what they're doing. And then it's also for them too, hey, you know, let them know who you are as well.
To get exposure.
So you could, you know, be exposed to these families, and, you know, people could see what you have. Because I'm a big believer in local businesses, because if you spend money with like small businesses, that money goes back into the community. Right. Mm-hmm. You know, instead of, you know, these large corporate ones, that one just goes to, you know, the people up there.
In, Mumbai or something like that.
So salaries, you know, CEOs making, you know, so much money. And when we spend in the community, it goes right back into it. Yep. So I'm just a huge believer in collaborating with local businesses. And
so with the whole giveaway,
yeah,
can you elaborate on like the process of that collaboration part where you're collaborating with all of the businesses? What was the process like?
Well, in the beginning, it was just reaching out to people and saying, hey, this is what we're doing. We're not collecting a dime. You know, this is free. We're the one putting up, you know, the book bags. We're getting the book bags, brand new book bags, and we're just telling them, hey, we're doing this free event. You know, would you like to, you know, be part of it? You know, and if you would like, you know, in exchange, and since, you know, the company is, you know, the creative media company, hey, we'll design flyers, we'll get you on the video, we'll get all these shout outs to you, and we make sure that you'll get the exposure, because people need to know that you're giving your time, and you're you know, and your time is valuable. And so people need to know that there's people out there that genuinely care, but also basically want to, you know, show their brand out there. So, and trust me, out of like 10 other companies, just one or two people that reach out, like, hey, I would love to donate cookies. I would love to donate the costumes. I would love to donate the DJ, the juices. I mean, you know, the other people have donated like school supplies, you know, and especially if you're watching Jennifer Tapia, she's been awesome. Donated over like 500 crayon boxes and glues and also notebooks. So like, and she's in the community as well. So it's. No, there's no sound again?
What? There should be.
Can you hear us okay?
I see the sound going.
Are
we getting it? There? No, the sound's going. I can hear it. We can hear it.
Maybe
check your headphones, speakers. Check your drivers.
Maybe they're watching the replay.
The replay, right?
Yeah, maybe you rewind it to the muted part.
To the video, so switch back real quick.
Right here.
And then can we hear you, Eddie?
Hello.
Yeah,
hello.
We can hear you.
Yeah, he's on there.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool. Okay.
What does she say now? No sound. She says nothing. Is anyone else experiencing no sound here?
What is on there? Jason is watching.
Please...
Can you hear us? Mel, can you hear us? I think she's watching.
Can you guys hear us? Can you hear us?
It's probably going to take like a few seconds before they actually hear it. So about 5 seconds.
So let's wait.
So let's
give it a second.
That way we're not just like...
We're what's it called? Process of elimination? Yeah. Or troubleshooting?
I can hear.
Yeah, Mel can hear. So if Mel can hear, that means Jason should be able to hear it. And Jason's probably doing something. He might not be able to respond. Oh, he likes to...
Oh, he's eating tacos?
He was explaining how, he likes to put us on and then just listen.
Okay.
Right? While he's doing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is why
doing stuff? Is that eating tacos, or is that editing, or
maybe
working out?
Yeah.
Alright, so one of them dropped.
Yes. Yes on the tacos part, or
booyah.
Are you eating tacos?
Right.
Fine. All right, Cheetah. I'm sorry, I can't troubleshoot your issue right now. Yeah, maybe restart.
Just restart the feed.
Yeah.
Got it. Thanks.
I have no issues. Maybe it's your phone, Mercedes. Oh, that does. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, thank you for again letting us know. We really appreciate you chiming in, and then please help us, somebody.
Right.
It's really awesome that the communities are actually, and Jennifer, right? You said.
Oh yeah, the realtor Jennifer Top, yeah.
So they're just willing to contribute for no.
Right.
There's
reason. So, and I think, from last conversation we were having, I think, either we promised Eddie that we would donate a shirt and a hat to give it to one of his kids.
So I'm part of like the event committee at the Boys Club Cicero.
Yeah.
And it's like the only boys club, in here in Illinois, which is strictly for boys. So I would love to just give it to a boy out there and just go on by, and there are times I just drop in and love to do that for them.
Cool.
Yeah, because
we do have a hat and a shirt.
Yeah, it's awesome
For you to take to your kid.
Awesome, yeah, that would be great. I know.
Your kid,
No.
kids, but I mean
Hey, you know what? If
Not the
anything,
puppies,
I know, right?
that size.
The small size. No, I'm gonna try whoever I give it to. Tell them like, hey, you know what? If you mind, put on video, and so you guys can see that.
Yeah.
You guys are impacting, other kids. I mean, for now it's one kid, but hopefully,
Right.
the channel could grow and whatever there is.
Absolutely. In many other ways, not just with
Yeah,
clothing,
absolutely.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
And I know Ceremonic doesn't really.
Yeah.
It's just.
They don't sell equipment to kids. You're trying to say.
Well, they help with this lovely microphone that we have Eddie using.
Yes.
He's got a lavalier, wireless Ceremonic wireless lavalier set.
Which is pretty cool. I hope I don't take this home and I feel like I'm in the office or something.
I'll tackle you before you leave, for sure.
I start talking to my wife about what happened today. They're like, so Brian was asking me these weird questions.
There's a sensor on the door.
I won't tell him about the.
I get electrocuted.
The mute button.
I won't tell him about the mute button. So that way we get all the info.
Oh, that's right.
A whole 1 hour driving back info. Jamming out.
This has a really far reach.
Oh, for real?
Longer than its competitors. I will tell you that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The range.
330 feet.
I'm gonna need to buy one of these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to buy one of these.
They're amazing. I'm telling you. I love them.
Thank you,
I've used the other stuff.
Yeah.
I've used Rode. I've used Sony.
Wow. Compared to the one? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. And they've got a really good warranty. 2 years warranty. Their customer service is top notch. I'm not lying to you.
Wow.
Dude, this is not.
It's crazy
not
compared to Rode and Sony.
I mean, it's because I use this stuff on my gigs. I use this stuff on sets, and it works.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm gonna have to get
that's the important part.
I'm gonna get it.
So,
pair.
shameless plug. Thank you, Ceremonic.
Yeah.
But yeah, your kid's gonna get a hat and a shirt.
Awesome. That would be awesome. Thank you guys.
We're really all we want to do really is just give back to the community. I mean, I don't really have much to offer, but what I have, I want to just, even if I don't have anything to offer, I want to connect people.
Oh,
and that's the whole idea behind collaboration.
And I feel like this live stream and this podcast, I feel it brings a lot of value. People will pay to hear these things actually.
That is true.
And so we're basically giving them, some free 99 knowledge. Mm-hmm. So this is awesome. People, it's like they're gonna value this. So.
Yeah, and that's what
you're giving back to the community as that too.
For sure.
Yeah,
that's the whole idea behind it, really.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, cool, man.
It's awesome.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, basically, I think that was it, right?
You said, okay, so how many businesses participated in your back to school giveaway?
So we had around 3 nonprofits, Access Clinic, and we had one for Alzheimer's Foundation.
Oh, cool.
And there was another one. They were, behind the scenes, but I think it was a total of 9 businesses.
Wow.
Yeah, 9.
So you reached out. You said to each business, you reached out to about 10 businesses, and 1
or 2 got back. Yeah.
Wow. So you actually reached out to more than.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, because my thing is the more the better. And there's a gentleman. He's a close friend, LD, and he used to have a costume character business, and he sold it, and now he's concentrating in another business that's going well for him right now. and he sold all his costumes. So this year I had to reach out to multiple costume character companies, and a lot of them said no. A lot of them say they won't do it because they only want to be the premier one. And so thankfully I just listened to my intuition. I was like, you know what, I'd rather have more. And I just told them, like, hey, if you want, we would have volunteers. We would have volunteers out there, so you could have your business cards there if you don't want to get confused, because other companies have, some people have, the baby shark, and some people don't. So there's some people that told me, they were like, honestly, I can't do it because I want to be the only one. I'm like, well, I did that with LD because I trusted him and he was a good friend. So I'm like, he had it all to himself. But now that he, basically he sold it, I was like, I gotta reach out to other people, and I did. And I actually, I reached out to like 4 different companies, and two of them came through. Mm-hmm. And the other ones, he couldn't make it. And it was raining that day. It was raining like crazy that day. 7:30 in the morning. We're basically putting all the boxes in the trucks and all that, and of the book bags. And so that's one thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, since a lot of people we're trying to collaborate with, it's like we didn't have that relationship. So I feel like, something happened, and it's understandable. And so thank goodness I reached out to multiple, because if
would have been short.
Yeah, it would have been short, or nobody comes, and a lot of kids wouldn't be able to see the costumes. So, and then just reaching out to everybody else's. Some people, there's a company that donated the cotton candy machine. So they were doing a lot. They were there throughout the whole day.
Oh, wow.
Erica, she did the face painting. She's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, and she's been with us for 4 years.
And she knocks them out.
Yeah.
Like, I was impressed.
Yeah.
Beautiful designs in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I kid you not, man.
Wow.
She was. No, yeah, she's been doing her business for a couple years now, but she's been, she's a great friend now. She's been with us for like 4 years. She's been coming back. She'll be helping us with the back to school event and our Christmas event as well that we do in December. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let her know that we may be reaching out to her, and would like to bring her in the show, and just see what.
Oh yeah. You know what?
What moves her? What motivates her? How does she get good at it?
Yeah.
I think it might be a good story to hear.
For sure.
You know what? She's awesome, because she's reached out. Like, she could have been like, hey, I'll do this. You give me a photo booth or something, right? No, she's reached out. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm donating my time for, like, recently it was a little girl. She was diagnosed with cancer. Like, hey, I'm donating this event. Could you donate your photo? I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Like, so her heart is in the right place, and she's been doing a lot of stuff. She tells me she does a lot of things for like kids with like cancer and all that. So it's pretty awesome that she's like involved and like philanthropy and giving back. I mean, it's important.
That's
people
great.
need to hear these stories, because a lot of people think, oh, it's paid for. And I believe somebody I heard some complaints from the event that parents were like saying, hey, why can't she do this? Big I believe it was a big art, and I was like, well, I'm sorry, but they had to go through this all kids, and so it's like, oh well, that's what she's getting paid for. I'm like, sorry, man, that's everybody's donating their time.
Right.
So a lot of people have this idea, it's like everything's, no, it's like everybody's volunteering.
Yeah, it's all free. It's not costing you anything.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we're always going to hear, a couple of things, but, at the end of the day, we're here for a mission, and that's just to provide the incredible experience.
The negative stuff, you kind of got to, like, just brush off.
Yeah. You got to brush off, but also, you also got to tell them, sincerely, like, hey, you know what? It's volunteered.
We wish we could.
I know. We wish we could. We wish we had a time, but we only had 2 hours and a half to put the whole event together. So I mean, definitely some things to consider for next year. So I mean, it's like through every year, man. It gets better and better, and man, just Esther, it's an amazing individual where she just reached out to me and she's like, hey, I would love to volunteer. Awesome. And so we collaborated, we had a conversation, and she's like, man, my daughter's involved with the Ronald McDonald's foundation, and she would love to bring like 10 other kids. I'm like, what? So it was pretty amazing to see everybody coming together, and it's like, wow, like you don't have to have a business. You just, you like to pay it forward, and that's what it's about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, those kids, were they your volunteers, like in the shirts?
Yeah, the ones in the front. Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask that after we got done talking about this. Is where did you get all those volunteers from? Like, how did you?
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
to get all. Of them?
she brought them, and she's basically had her daughter in charge of them, and then those other kids from the Boys Club of Cicero. By the way, Edgar, you're watching. Thank you so much, because those kids literally were in the costumes and throughout the day right there.
Yeah.
And those costumes were hot.
Yeah. It's no joke in there.
Those kids were drenched in sweat.
And also they can't see very well.
It's kind of hard for them.
So they always need someone helping them
guide.
Guide them.
Oh, there was volunteers helping them without and coming up the stairs and going back down. I told the kids, hey, switch out every 10 minutes because the Boys Club Sister River come out like 10 to 12 kids. So it's awesome.
What were the age groups of those kids that were volunteers?
So they were from anywhere from like 12 to 16.
Wow.
12 to 16. Yeah, the Boys Club it's wonderful. And it's crazy because just the membership alone from the Boys Club Central is $10 for the whole year. But they got a gym, they got a tech center, and then they got like pool tables, and it's just awesome.
So these are teenagers, right?
Right.
And I guess we can teenagers. I guess we can think of them, and sometimes they're kind of like hesitant or resistant, right? When I was there, man, these kids were very helpful.
Yeah,
they were very respectful, and I was just blown away by their attitude and their willingness to serve and to help through the entire event. Yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And that's why I said maybe we could have Erica come here and share her story. That way other people can also see what she does. And I think, what did she say, Erica? Face painting? And so when she comes, maybe she can paint Mel's face.
Yeah, we can see her in action, see how she works.
Yeah, there you go.
It'd be really cool. I'm telling you, she's lightning fast, dude.
Yeah.
I've never seen an artist like a face painting artist like this. It was just
blew me away. Because she has donated or contributed with her time, maybe she could.
And about that too, that same day, a great friend of mine, he's actually our realtor. He's helping us look for a property. He was there. He helped out for the morning, and he even told me, like, "Hey, you gotta introduce me to the face painter." Say no more. Went over there, and he's like, "Hey, I might have an event for his launch party." And then there you go. She got a paid. She got a paid gig, and that's what I'm saying. All these things, people need to see that. It's not just I'm just donating. Like you gotta go in there with an open mind that things will align themselves because you never know. Like do you rather just have your equipment or stay at home, where you can just go out there and you just connect with people? That's gonna go a long way. And for me, honestly, it landed me a lot of places where I'm at. Where I'm at now. That I never thought would be. Like I donate toward the Children's Museum of Oak Lawn. Guess where I'm at now? I'm in the board now. I'm on the board of directors. So for the last 3 years, so I'm just saying like I'm donating, and then there's other things that I've done. And I was like, wow, and I landed accounts. So it's just been so many things where it's like, you gotta just align yourself in the right way.
You deserve it, man. Because you're giving back. You deserve it. So.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's why I, wanted to be a part of that, because I wanted to document that for you.
No, thank you.
But just be able to share, with everyone else the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
Right, with all these other businesses and all these volunteers and all that, it was just an amazing experience.
Also. No, and thank you, Brian. Thank you, and to you and Mel, because people need to see this. People need to see this instead of seeing the next viral thing out there. Because people need to see that. There's people out there that care about the community, and they generally want to make a difference, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And then we can I guess we can think of collaborating as like a mesh technology, right?
True.
Because we can create a certain level of collaboration between the three of us.
Yeah.
But then that's going to expand to Eddie. Somebody who needs life insurance or needs some kind of IT work done, and then you can reach out to Adrian, or any
So
and it goes for
photography or videography.
And we all have each other
absolutely
as not only just collaborators, but as friends, as people who we trust
Yeah.
with other people. And
Almost
then-
like business partners, I
Right.
think. 'Cause, I mean, it's
Yeah.
all,
pretty much.
It's so true. Yeah. I mean, it's better to, because I mean, yeah, there could be a lot of things, right? There could be like, oh, well, I'm busy. Well, here's Brian. I trust him, and it just goes from there. And then guess what? That person and now becomes a client. That client is pleased with the service, and they'll like
and then it
a
becomes-
friend, and he's like, well, look at Eddie referred to Brian. So it's just like it's a domino effect, and like I said. We're not only that, Chicago is just a huge market, and I know people personally that they're like, no, I'm not gonna talk to, like, let's say they're DJs, they're not gonna talk to other DJs, or let's say they own a photo booth company, they're not gonna talk to a photo booth company, like, and I do because for me it's like I might get busy, and it's like I need someone to refer,
Right.
and at least so I can have the client, at ease, like, well, they were booked. But you refer me to this other company. So to me, just like I love building those relationships because I mean, you can't market the whole industry.
There's plenty of business for everyone.
Yeah, so true.
Because there's a different, like, even if you're in the same niche, there's still different levels of the market within the niche.
Yeah.
Right. So
Absolutely, you're so right on that.
capabilities
yeah.
and experience, and yeah, absolutely.
And people at different price points. So,
so we as I guess as people or as business owners, we shouldn't be thinking about like competing, right? Yeah, you might be in competition, but you never know where you're going to benefit from collaborating.
Yeah.
One gets busy, like you said, and you know what? I'm really busy right now, but this guy's great. I know him very well. He's going to hook you up, right?
Yeah.
And you guys have the same exact business.
Kind of goes with what Jason is saying. Trusted business advisors,
Oh, yeah.
TBAs, also AKA I got a guy.
Yeah, I like that.
I got a guy that got a guy that knows a guy that got a guy.
that can
There's
get you
another
a guy.
What was that movie with Michael Pena? I got a guy who knows a guy.
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena, man, he's so funny. I love him.
He's a good
so
actor.
much.
Oh, I'm thinking Dan Pena.
He's in the movies. Yeah, but yeah, referrals are amazing. I think that's how a lot of the business is done. The majority of business is done through referrals.
Yeah.
And when you're doing business for the right reasons, you'll get referrals automatic. It's almost automatic.
Right.
So
Because people feel those vibes.
absolutely, your energy.
They will feel the energy, your face expressions, your body language. It's key. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, it's easy, or I'll just go this. Like, no, people pay attention to that, and especially nowadays, like, cameras out here and video. I mean, people see, they see it. So it's like, it's awesome that there's so much transparency out there, and not only that, the word goes out there quick. So that's why I tell people, like, hey, you better do it with the right intentions, because once people know your intentions, like, that's it, man. People are gonna spread and all that, and that's it, and they're gonna see your reaction to it. So that's why I say you gotta be coming out, with trust, and you tell the truth, tell your story, and that's how you get around.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to add? Do we've been on for like an hour and 20-something minutes, so almost an
Awesome,
hour 30.
man.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's a pretty good
cool.
jam session.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brian.
It was amazing. I loved every minute of it.
I was supposed to
Even
be
though we
here.
went muted for a little bit.
Right? I was supposed to
It was
be here
great
last
too.
Monday, but
But yeah,
I
No, you were
was under the weather.
It's all good.
I still had the little cough, but I'm doing better now. I was like, you know what? I can't miss this one out. So
Well, I appreciate you coming all the way over here.
absolutely.
I really do.
no, you're gonna get me an Uber, right? I'm gonna leave my car here.
You don't have a self-driving car?
You know, a Tesla.
Don't all businessmen have Teslas?
Oh man, one day.
Just one day.
Christmas present or something.
One day, just one day.
Just one day.
A rental.
Yeah. I'll get you a rental.
Right.
No problem.
Probably the best way to experience everything in life.
A rental.
Rental?
Rental.
Yeah.
Rent a Tesla for a day.
Rent a Lamborghini
Rent
for
a
a day.
Lambo for a day.
I did that
or
once.
Rent a mansion for
There you
a
go.
I did that one.
Airbnb. You know,
Yeah.
come to think of it, these companies are actually making life's wonders accessible to everyone. I think.
Yeah,
So
I completely agree. It's crazy.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming out here. We hope that you get well or better soon. I would recommend some magical drinks, but it's obviously I don't think I can.
Magical drinks? What do you mean?
Yeah, like the fire.
Oh.
Sorry.
It comes from Jalisco, I think.
Jalisco.
It's a flower in the ground, not a flower, but
Oh, my brother just joined us right now.
a thingy.
Oh, Fernando.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't.
The last time I drank something was in my sister's quinceañera,
Oh yeah.
and that probably had to be like 17
5
years
years ago, 6 years ago.
No, 17 years ago.
It's. I think they make some of that liquid. I think it's fire liquid. In Kentucky and
Was it like hot sauce?
Tennessee. No, it's a drink.
Oh, but we were thinking.
Tennessee whiskey?
I'm talking about tequila and whiskey.
Oh.
I know you're talking about that. He made it seem he was talking about like some food, some hot sauce or something. Yeah.
But
Now I'm getting hungry.
Direct. Let's be on the same page.
I know, right? Collaborate.
I didn't want to say it.
What are your intentions?
I know what your intentions.
Precisely, I didn't want to say what it was because what if some kid is watching and they might think I'm promoting, alcohol.
Oh, yeah, that's not what we're doing. No.
Well, I mean, we want everyone to be
Or
responsible.
get hammer, Eddie.
Yeah.
That'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Does it though? Is it true?
He'll forget about it at least. I mean,
For how long? One night?
Maybe.
That's
That's all you need.
hey, Fernando.
Yeah, I got
Hey.
consumed more. Dude,
Jason.
he said this is the one he's been waiting for.
And he just
He
gets
just
on.
tuned in as we're about
Unbelievable.
to sign up.
Unbelievable.
What's up with
audio's
that?
acting up every.
Oh, I think that was mine. I think I was way too close and it got distorted.
Oh.
So because I started talking loudly.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm working out the audio issues.
Unbelievable,
We're gonna
Fernando.
I'm gonna try to get lavaliers for everyone as soon as possible. So that's what I'm
Fernando,
working on.
He got consumed with work.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
So I always say
Watch
Fernando.
it, yeah, no
I'll
problem.
watch it.
We would have loved your input during the live stream, but we understand that you got to work. Having a business, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner,
It was a good episode.
it's not 9 to 5 anymore. It's not Monday through Friday.
24/7.
Yeah, you're working 24/7.
24/7.
So I
No
understand
days
where you're
off.
coming
Almost like
from.
28.
We would love to have you on the show,
365.
actually, and just talk about your experience as a business owner. I think that would be
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
exciting.
You know what? Fernando, if you're watching, which I know you are, you're an amazing entrepreneur. I just tell you that, man. I just love the resiliency in what you're doing, and I just love you, man. So continue what you're doing, and you're doing amazing work.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I'm on the same
absolutely.
page as Eddie. Beautiful work that you're doing.
Wow.
It's just whenever I shoot with him, it's just to witness, just to be there shooting with him and seeing his workflow. It's just
It's like you're standing next to Mr. Miyagi or something.
yeah,
and,
man.
and cinema
it's
work.
insane, bro.
right?
I'm like, dude, how can I get on his same level? Man?
I get to chill just standing next to him.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then not only that, but the results
Yeah.
are just breathtaking too.
Well, kind of like what I
These
saw now. Yeah.
families that watch their wedding,
Mm-hmm.
it's as if they were there.
Yeah.
The
Kidding.
emotions all there,
Yeah.
right? And it just brings
So
tears
true.
to the eyes. Just like it's really heartwarming.
Yeah.
Even being there, it's really heartwarming, dude. It's like an
Cool,
experience. I love shooting with my brother, and that's I don't know. It's made me, I guess, a little bit softer
I
on the heart,
appreciate it.
right?
Yeah.
So-
That's good.
Yeah.
It's awesome,
You
man.
need to.
Yeah.
You need to.
It's
You
awesome
need to
to see that.
expose. You need to expose your heart, man. It's.
Yeah, life is too short, to hold on to your gifts.
Yeah.
I feel like you just need to show the world that, the reason why you're here, and your message, could reach hundreds of thousands, but you just need to channel it the right way, and you just gotta be positive. There's always gonna be, days are gonna be gray, but you just gotta look at the bright side. There's
gotta
always light at the end of the tunnel.
And even at that time, you gotta love the gray days.
Yeah, exactly. Cause that's what's gonna build you up to this moment you're in today.
Yep.
So, like I said, there's no such thing as failures. It's just experiences.
Yep.
You learn from that.
It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
how you perceive it.
Absolutely.
Well, Eddie,
Perception is what it is. Thank you.
brother,
Thank you so much.
Brian,
Yo. All right, man. Eddie, thank you very much
Absolutely.
for coming. I appreciate you.
I'm gonna get the tacos right now, so I'm great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. We got the tacos coming.
Ooh, I got a place for good tacos at this time. I don't know.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So to my wife, if you're watching, I'm gonna be late. So just let you know.
We're gonna get some
I'm
tacos.
not hungry.
Yeah. So you won't have to worry about, making sure that he goes to bed with an empty stomach, full stomach. For sure.
Awesome.
So yeah, like I said at the beginning of the live stream, we're looking for someone who can come on as a volunteer or an intern and learn the audio video stuff so that we can sort of just relieve a lot of that from me.
Focus on.
And then so then we can all just focus on the content and being able to respond to you guys in the comments in a timely fashion. There is a little bit of a delay from when I say something and then it gets to the actual feed when you watch it.
Yeah.
But, we don't want to delay it even more because we're just like having technical difficulties, right? Like we had technical difficulties with the audio today because I forgot to unmute it, and that was my fault. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, so please come on board. We have our Patreon, so if you want to support this live stream, this channel, please go ahead and do so. Visit our Patreon page. I'll leave the link in the description. And check us out there. There's going to be some behind-the-scenes content on there as well, and also some other specific content that people who support the channel, support the live stream, will have access to. So there's going to be great stuff there. And then we'll be launching our YouTube channel pretty shortly here, and then we're gonna give it a test on how it goes, how it's gonna go, when we stream multi-stream like the Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Oh, that'd be huge.
So I'm gonna try to get that going for the next stream. So yeah, any other announcements that you want to put out there?
Yeah, I think I wanted to learn a little bit more about what you do, so maybe I can help when you're not feeling 100%. I can probably jump in there and.
For sure. Yeah, man, that would be great.
I'll be here spiritually.
You can be in the comments and just let me know
right?
if anything happens.
Exactly.
Anything comes up.
Yeah, I'll be here spiritually.
That way, my sister might not be able to catch us every time or whatnot, or might not be able to call me like 2 times, blowing me up.
Or you should have like a code. If something's not going right, send him a text with that code, and that way he knows.
Right.
It's a heads up.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Like
idea.
a 911 type of thing,
A 1099.
We got another entrepreneur. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you. I know this was a long one tonight, but we're really passionate about this topic.
Yeah.
Being collaborative, networking with other people, and this goes back to PPN, which is an acronym that I created. I don't know if I created it. I might not be, but it's a positive people network. I don't think I've ever heard anybody else say that ever. So
trademark it.
I'll trademark it.
Trademark it.
Yeah. So collaboration, man. It's huge. It can help to move you forward, you and the people around you. Let's not compete with each other. Let's collaborate and help each other grow, help each other get noticed, and expose the good things that we're doing. So thanks again for tuning in. Thank you, Eddie, for coming this way. Thank you, Adrian, for getting together and helping
Anytime.
with this. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the next stream. Until then,
thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, look out for the Patreon and the behind the scenes content. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
I almost say stay legendary, but that's time Bill used. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, right. They might flag me like Facebook did yesterday.
Right?
Awesome.